Hey everyone, welcome back. It is already episode 4 of season 2. We've reached the trade deadline going into week 8, 3 and 4. The game on the road at Kansas City against the Chiefs. A win here gets us back to 400. Last year we swept the Chiefs. However, we didn't actually see any of the game. So let's see what happens this year when we face the Chiefs. If we can sweep them again, that puts us in good position to make the playoffs again. Now, being that it's the trade deadline, I did make some moves. Okay. First off, I can announce that I signed Derwin James to a 7-year, $91 million contract. Like I said, I wanted to lock him down. He's one of those cornerstones of our defense, so it was important to get him under contract. What that also does is allows me to use the franchise tag on Myles Garrett. Now, I'm not going to lie. I did explore a trade to bring in Joey Bosa. However, Bosa's still under his rookie contract, and that allows the 49ers to stay under the cap. Still having some cap issues, though, so big contracts, they can't take any of them on. So it wouldn't work. Besides, I'm pretty satisfied with what Myles Garrett has done for us, and I'd like to find a way to keep him long term. Now for the trades. As I said before, I did not plan on keeping Mike Williams because he's starting to get a little older. And actually, I thought he was in like that 29-year-old range, but he's actually only 26. However, he's only kind of a mid-tier receiver in the league right now. On our team, he was a star receiver because we just didn't have anything. However, around the league, he's kind of that second, maybe third receiver. And he was asking for big money, so I just wasn't willing to lock up big money into someone who's really only second to third receiver quality, which also allows us to go ahead and give that big money contract to, or maybe even split it up to make sure we can keep the people that we deem as cornerstones. So Williams is gone. I sent him and a 4th-round pick to the Saints, and I got their 1st-round pick this year. And actually, the Saints have only won 1 game so far this year, so that could be, a top 5 pick, if not the top pick. In his place, I picked up Cameron Scandrick from the Ravens practice squad. Now, he's not going to fill into the number 1 slot. However, I really like him as a slot receiver, so that 3rd wide receiver slot, because of his abilities. He's got excellent change of direction. He has good route running. So I think bringing him in that slot, he's going to get open a lot, and it's going to, he may not go for big gains, but he'll be enough to get us that 1st down if we need it. Greg Ward Jr. kind of stood in the way of having Scandrick in that slot position. So, and also Greg Ward Jr. is in a contract here this year as well, and asked for, I think he wanted like $12 million over 3 years. So for someone who, even on our team with bad receivers, was still only that 3rd receiver, I wasn't willing to give him $4 million a year. So I sent him packing, so Greg Ward Jr., a 6th and 7th round this year, to the Falcons, and I got their 3rd round pick for next year. So we won't see we won't see what we got from that until next year's draft, but I do think we got some value there. And in his place, I picked up Jamal Agnew from free agency, mainly to be a kick returner for us. So with that said, that's all the changes at the trade deadline. Our team will be pretty much set for the rest of the year. We got this game and one more that I'm going to show. So this episode, one more, and then if we make the playoffs, then it'll be the playoffs. If not, start of season 3. So again, thank you for watching, supporting. Let's have fun supporting our team against the Chiefs and hope for a win.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. we'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs versus Phillip Rivers and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for visiting Oklahoma City, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Mecole Hardman. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many 3s that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. So out comes his offense to take over for the first time. He'll be led out by a guy who's very familiar with this defense, playing against the AFC West for 16 seasons as a Charger. This is Phillip Rivers. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. They run. Chubb. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was brought down by
the numbers for Williams a week ago. 14 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And this is caught by Watkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey.
Mahomes
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That's a gain of 3. Now third.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Second down at 5. On the carry, it's Chubb. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll throw right away. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
At their own 6.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Handoff comes to Chubb, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle,
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain
on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
And 8 yards.
They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go down as a loss of 8. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long for Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Matt Wild now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd and 9. Rivers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Rivers.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
He's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin the drive with Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Williams. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
He's taken down behind.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him. Bring it up 4th down.
Here's Matt Wild now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on here to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
King on the tackle. That's a gain of 5.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
1st and 10.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mahomes. Got his man. It's Williams. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
1st down, Oklahoma City.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The 1st down throw here for Rivers. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's on Colecchio Semele, the guard. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake here, Rivers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Rivers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flies.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
1st and goal at the 1. They'll give it to Chubb. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Remain for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Complete.
Cedric Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. KC's offense ready to take over.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Completes it to Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On first down, Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rivers to throw it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rivers now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Holding offense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Giants who are out in front. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 28-14 was your final score. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Second and 11 now. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Four yards remain for 2nd down. Now Rivers. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Complete to his
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
3-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And It's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Sack.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
They certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big play that time out of Chubb. 47 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete to
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A run for Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
from the gun. Rivers.
22-yard line.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Rivers pass.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Damien Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Rivers, he leaves to Eckler on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Brings up 3rd.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Matthew on the tackle.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
On 3rd down, Rivers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, Rivers. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
Chiefs, nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
At the 27.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Running looking on first down. Eckler. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
At the 15-yard
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Oklahoma City.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. Rivers hands off to Eckler.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And this one is right through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Chiefs, nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Travis Kelsey. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
that 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end Kelsey. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
To leave on the coverage.
They run. It's Williams. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That's good.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Chiefs.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And he will find the open man as Jamon Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mahomes now on 1st down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's another Kansas City
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows and just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Complete to Damien Williams.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
And 5.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right, converted only one time. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go with Williams. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you going slow clap on me?
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 20.
Chiefs 7.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Willie Gay on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Brought down at his own 6-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Agnew now to return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
They'll take over. 1st down and
the OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
he's across midfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Willie Gay on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it as a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for our visitors, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Wow, what a huge surprise, the outcome of that game. I knew the Chiefs were having a down year, but I didn't think that we would totally dominate them that much. Looks like that defense that we're putting together to kind of counter our division rivals, especially the Chiefs, is working, because we destroyed them on defense. And up until the very end, we were pitching a shutout there. So it would have been nice to shut them out. However, I'll settle for that win. How about Nick Chubb? Finally featuring him as the premier back. He had, I think it was like 28 carries for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. Huge game from Nick Chubb. Phillip Rivers had a kind of an average game for himself. 264 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. None of our wide receivers really took the game over. We did have one wide receiver get a touchdown, but nobody just completely run away with it. So, offensive line protection, so we can get our running game and passing game going, as well as maybe a better quarterback and some playmaking wide receivers. Certainly going to be something I look for this offseason. However, our defense still has a couple holes, so I want to make sure that gets shored up as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been an awesome game. It was an awesome game today. Came up with a huge win. We're back to 4-4, heading into a bye week. Halfway through that season, we're on pace to exceed my expectations again for the second year in a row. Let's see how we do the rest of the year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.